So I have some potentially good news for the gaming culture. Square Enix announces more layoffs as part of the US and Europe restructuring. Nearly all areas of Square Enix's Western business affected by latest cuts, it tells staff. What's going on, you guys? It is the Daily Pleb here. Make sure you're liking and subbing for more content. But let's actually go ahead and get into the article. In a video call to staff outside of its home country of Japan, including those based in Europe and America, Square Enix president Takashi Kiryu said the company was implementing overseas structural reform to create a more lean and agile business abroad. Now I'm hoping that means that they're going to be investing more into Japan itself, hiring more Japanese developers, and just overall Japanese staff. Because I gotta be honest, the US and Europe is currently filled with people who would make the most evangelical Christian moms in the 90s blush with just how authoritarian they want to be with their censorship. And it's not just censorship, it's also the cringe writing. You guys remember that the Forspoken? That's what it was. Forspoken had some of the most god-awful, not even how do you do fellow kids writing. It was just terrible. How that passed quality assurance blows my mind. Oh, it's just ridiculous. Square Enix will be implementing a fundamental restructuring of the overseas publishing organization, Kiryu said. Details of the restructure will be shared at a later date, staff were told. However, it confirmed roles would be cut and employees left would be required to spend time working in the office. Employees affected by the cuts would be informed on Thursday. Staff on the video call were told. So we don't know how many people are getting fired or what, positions exactly are they getting rid of. I'm really hoping it has to do with HR and writing, because those two places do not deserve to have any jobs because they're terrible. But either way, this will be good news. Like, getting rid of these people will instantly help you, but you have to get rid of all of them. You can't do this half measures where you only fire a handful. And especially the chaff, like firing the no-name developer does nothing, but you need to get the heavy hitters, like the lead writers, the project leads. You need to get these people who are in these high management roles who should have said, no, this is not going to sell. No, the dialogue in this game isn't ready. No, the audio balancing is terrible. Like, you need to get rid of these people in these management positions who should have put their foot down and said, hey, this game isn't good. We can't ship this. We need to, slam the cake on the ground instead of putting it in the oven because it's completely ruined. Like, you have to get these people in these high management roles. As typical for company layoffs, no headcount figures were shared during the call, VGC was told. However, the one person affected in Europe said that nearly 140 people told they were at risk in the London office alone. So I'm hoping that 140 is a lot larger, because you're really going to have to cut the heads off of these snakes here in order to see actual improvement. That includes staff across IT, marketing, publishing, sales, QA, business planning, and more. Square Enix Europe's entire collective, external studios development and brand marketing, and Japanese comm support teams have been told they're at risk, VGC understands. UK employment laws mean that affected employees are required to enter a period of consultation before any layoffs are confirmed. Square Enix hopes to make annual cost savings over 3 billion yen, or 19.6 million USD. Its second year, Square Enix has made cuts across its American and European arms. Well, you wouldn't have to make so much cuts. You wouldn't have to be making these cuts if you would just, stop hiring these people. Just stop. Stop hiring them. It's not that difficult. Actually do quality testing in who you're hiring. But these people that want to change things, they want to get in, change the company culture, they want to be on the right side of history, or anything that isn't just, I want to make good games, they need to be let go. Or else you're going to get what we have here with Square Enix, where they're constantly losing money. But we'll see if they learn. According to a person on Thursday's call, Kiryu claimed that last year's overseas restructuring hadn't worked. Well, it hadn't worked because you hadn't got rid of them all. There's some still left. Get them out. VGC has reached out to Square Enix for comments. Thursday's layoff announcements arrived the same day that Square Enix shared its intention to have a majority of its QA and debugging work handled by generative AI within the next 2 years. And this is the real kicker right here. Generative AI within the next 2 years. So AI is really going to be the ultimate death of a lot of these people who unfortunately just can't stand the test. They can't handle being in the industry. They're just not good at their jobs. I know a lot of people hate AI just in general. I think it is the future. Like, no matter how many people dislike it, it is what it is. To quote a very popular politician back in the day, the horse and buggy is here to stay. Unfortunately, a few years later, the car was everywhere within the continental US, and this is going to be no different. AI is going to be completely widespread, and I gotta be honest, I think AI slop is better than cringe slop made by some lady with a septum piercing and blue hair, or a man with gauges and a male feminist t-shirt. But that's just me. If you made it this far in this video, once again, thank you for watching. Make sure you're liking and subbing. Leave a comment on what you think is going on. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye bye now.